Cover letters, follow-up letters, and letters of recommendation are all forms of written communication used in the job application process. This lesson discusses the forms of written communication and how best to create them. In this lesson, you learn about cover letters, follow-up letters, and letters of recommendation, and write a draft version of each. A cover letter is a letter of introduction that accompanies a resume. The purpose of a cover letter is to sell your skills and expertise. This is your chance to convey to the potential employer why your qualifications make you the best person for the job. A cover letter is not a copy of your resume. Its purpose is to personalize your factual resume and directly align your skills with those specified in the job description. A cover letter is often your first written contact with a potential employer, creating a critical first impression. A cover letter should explain why you are sending your resume and reference the source of the job post or how you learned about the organization. It should identify how your skills and experience align with the job description. It should call attention to your background in a way that is relevant to the position or highlights the skills requested in the job post. Finally, it should indicate what you will do to follow up on your letter. A cover letter should follow business letter format and should use one page of paper. The tone of the letter should be friendly and professional. Avoid using jargon, cliches, large words, and complex statements. The cover letter should be error-free. Don't forget to use spell check. It should also be brief and impactful. Make every word in your letter count. Finally, it should look good. You may want to consider using good quality paper and envelopes. Review the cover letter format guidelines on the next few slides. Examine the sample cover letter on the next few slides. Note that this letter was written for a job in the U.S., so it follows U.S. letter writing conventions. If you were screening resumes and cover letters, would this be one of the candidates that you would invite for an interview? You have written a resume and a cover letter and gone through an interview. There's one more step to complete the interview process. Write a follow-up letter. A follow-up letter thanks the person who interviewed you for his or her time. It also allows you to reiterate why you are qualified for the job. It is not only good manners to send a follow-up letter, but it also is one more way for you to make a lasting impression with the interviewer so that you will get the job. A follow-up letter should express your interest in the position, reiterate a few points about your candidacy, address any unresolved questions that came up during the interview, and be sincere. Do not forget to thank the interviewer for their time. Review the sample follow-up letters on the next few slides. Does anything about the two letters stand out? Are they well written? Are they sincere? Do they help the candidate make another impression? If you were the interviewer, would you be favorably impressed? A letter of recommendation is a letter from a teacher, employer, or similar authority figure recommending a particular candidate for a position or program. The letter evaluates and often praises the personal qualities, character, accomplishments, and experiences that make the candidate unique and a great candidate for the position. Letters of recommendation may be requested as part of a job interview process. If a letter of recommendation is not requested, you may consider providing one to the interviewer. A well-written letter provides employers with information that cannot be found in a resume or application and may give you an edge over other applicants. You can ask teachers, employers, and counselors to write a letter of recommendation for you. The person you ask should know you and your work well and speak positively of it and you. He or she should know your future goals, be able to compare you with your peers, and be able to write a good letter. When you approach prospective letter writers, be prepared to make a polite and effective request. Ask if they know you well enough to write a meaningful letter. To ensure that the letter paints a complete picture of you and your accomplishments, it is helpful to provide the letter writer with a summary of your background information. Include information such as your transcript, resume, sample work, list of classes, future goals, and so on. Also, it may help to structure your request in the form of another letter. The next few slides show a sample letter requesting a letter of recommendation. Examine the letter of recommendation on the following slides. If you were a prospective employer, would you be impressed if you received this letter of recommendation about Sandeep? What characteristics is the letter writer, Jamie Smith, especially impressed with?